Marquette Devon Burton, the saint and the sinner, giving you lessons on how to be a gentleman to a woman. I'm going to give you 8 tips on how to be a gentleman to a woman. And remember, this says more about you as a man than it does about that woman. So some folks are saying, Marquette, should we be a gentleman to all women? And the answer generally is yes. Yes, you should. It speaks well of you. And it costs you nothing at all. Tip number 1, help a woman take off and put on her jacket. You generally want to do that with women that you know, relatives, your spouse, maybe a colleague. If it's a woman that you don't know and she's not elderly, don't help her with her jacket. You might get #MeToo. Tip number 2, stand up when a woman enters the room. It's a show of respect and acknowledgement. Tip number 3, walk closest to the curb. If you're out in the community or in the society walking around with a woman, you want to walk closest to the curb. Tip number 3, when you're walking through a revolving door, you should enter the revolving door first and push it through for the woman. Tip number 4, you should allow a woman to enter and exit an elevator first. An important note is to put your hand out to indicate that she should walk by, and also block the door so that the sensors don't cause the door to close onto that woman. Tip number 7, a man offers his arm to a woman if she feels as though she's walking through tough terrain or she's stepping off of a helicopter. Whatever the case may be, you'll offer your arm or your hand in support. Tip number 8, when at the theater, whether it's a playhouse or movie theater, you allow the woman to enter the row first. Folks, those are my 8 tips on how you can be a gentleman when interacting with women. And remember, this says more about you than it does about the woman. You might say, Marquette, what if she's not a lady? Well, you're a respectable man. You want to conduct yourself in ways that reflect well on you. So make sure that you're always showing the best part of who you are.